right, we're here, year 3 of the One Rental at a Time event in Vegas. And if you haven't been to one of these events, you need to get here. It is not even a real estate conference, it is a family reunion. And I'm here with 2 family members of the community. They're considered some of the OGs of the One Rental at a Time community. So welcome Lakeisha and Ryan Ruff.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so you folks have been here all 3 years, just like myself. But this year was a little special for you folks. You are year 3 presenters, right? So how about we start, though, where your journey started and where do you invest right now?
Well, our journey started actually 14 years ago, as far as our investing journey is concerned. Our first property was actually a house that I owned prior to us even being married or even meeting. So it became our first rental property once we got married. We wanted a house together. So we were looking to have a property together. And so the best way to get our first investment property was to keep what we had and make that our first rental. What I was going to add to that?
So we came up, so we found a foreclosure property in a district that was important for us because we didn't have kids, but we like planning ahead. So we wanted our kids to go to a certain school, and that's what our buy box at that time for ourselves was based upon that. So we found a house. Like I said, it didn't work at first because someone else had it under contract. That contract fell out a week later, and then they called us. We made an offer, and we got that property. So that helped our journey because we bought the house so low. So we had a ton of equity in the house. So at that point, we were able to do a HELOC and start buying more investment properties.
So what I heard, though, your journey started about 14 years ago in Toledo, but I heard Ryan mention a buy box. Did you folks have a buy box 14 years ago, actually?
Probably not. We know buy box today, but buy box, well, at the time we were looking to invest, we just knew we wanted to be investors. And we, like I said, the first one obviously fell in our lap. But at that time, we kind of was looking like, what was the deals?
So we had a buy box. Our buy box was anything under $20,000. That was our buy box.
All right. So where did you hear that term buy box probably from then?
Honestly, we didn't hear a buy box until this wonderful community, One Rental at a Time.
And when did that start around? When did you come across Michael Zuber and this community?
So 2018, community wasn't really here yet, but 2018 saw Zuber, guys, just phenomenal. And he had a vision, and to be able to sit here and be here now, all these years later, and watch that vision come to life is amazing. It truly is. He never gives up. He constantly put out content. He constantly moved on. If something didn't work, he pivot. And now we have this amazing community with all these different people that are sharing their stories. And it came from the spark of Mike Zuber.
Yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning, you folks are considered some of the OGs of the One Rental at a Time community. And, like you said, your journey started 14 years ago, and then you came across Zuber some years later. But how has your real estate investing changed since you've come across Michael Zuber?
Well, I think, even though my husband said we had a buy box and anything was under 20, I don't think like you said, we didn't really know what that term meant. And I think it was just, we know at the time, we just knew that we wanted to be investors, but we didn't have much money. So that, I guess that was, our criteria. But once we were kind of in our city, and everywhere we have our properties are in our same city where we live. So in our backyard, we were kind of all over the city. There were a couple areas that we were not investing in, but for the most part, it was, if that's a deal, if we think that's a deal, we're gonna go after it. But once we encountered Zuber in this community, we were able to figure out, let's stay focused. Let's find what, the areas that we want to be in and kind of dial that down to where we want to invest at.
Yeah, I would say another thing that helped. So we were following Zuber. We're also doing, we started just doing housing. And then that was the kind of the focus. So even today, 90% of our properties are around the university. So it was a blessing because even though we stopped doing student housing, we were in a market now where rents were already high. So then it put us in a great position for our cash flow.
So how do you folks go from, finding Zuber around 2018 to being year 3 speakers in this amazing event?
That's by the grace of God. And I mean,
what did you feel like when you got that call from Zuber to be a year 3 presenter?
I know, so I'm not a speaker, but I like to be stretched. I like to be uncomfortable because once you overcome that, there's nothing you can't do. So this put me in that spot, which I automatically said yes to, even though I was hesitant. But like I said, by being put in that spot, then you can, what's the next thing? So we overcome that. I think we did a good job. I'm very thankful that Zuber had us come out. I hope that we actually touch some couples. I hope they can learn from some of our mistakes and be more focused and understand that real estate is easy. It takes time, but like I said, you don't want to lose a spouse. You want to don't lose your family in the process of trying to grow. So,
was there any specific topic that he said to kind of tailor your presentation for? Or he left it up to you folks to decide?
He pretty much left it up to us. I mean, he said to tell your story, and that, when we were trying to figure out what that looked like, and we said we can easily talk about every property or pick some properties that we wanted to speak on, but we because we knew what our life looked like, we wanted to touch on how to do business with your spouse. Because we had experienced the ups and downs. We had experienced things that we had never expected to experience. Like I said, we've been married almost 15 years and everyone goes through ups and downs, but it was like we had got to the point where everything was about business and we had to break through and overcome that portion. Otherwise, we don't know where our relationship would have went. And so because of that, we decided to speak on that portion of it. Obviously talk about some of our real estate, but wanted to speak to the couples that were doing business and how to navigate that while having maybe spouse, children, or whatever other things are going on in their lives.
So I think the one common thing that I got from a lot of the presenters was they felt a lot of pressure by being asked by Zuber. And I don't think it was the pressure of speaking in front of an audience. It was kind of the pressure of letting Zuber down in a way. So did you guys have any of that when he reached out to you folks to present here?
I mean, I think for us, it was just like, it was a no-brainer. Like, he's given so much back to us, it was like, yeah, we don't want to let him down, like, yeah, of course we're going to do it. We're going to figure out, what we're going to talk about, and we'll figure it out, how to navigate that.
Yeah, I totally agree with my wife there. And with Zuber, if he trusts you, if they even ask you, then he believes in you. So why wouldn't you believe in yourself?
I love that. So another thing, I was here for your presentation. I was taking it all in, and some of the things you did touch on was kind of like when money runs out, relationship matters, right? So maybe touch on that a little bit.
Oh goodness. So, having a sound foundation is so important because, you go through this process of wanting to build in real estate. You want to build a portfolio, and then you want to keep growing and scaling. And then at some point you're like, okay, we have no more money, and everybody thinks that, real estate is, that you're making a ton of money. But what we're doing is we're actually building. We're building for our future. We're building for our family. And then when we did want to continue to grow our portfolio and grow our, in our properties, we had to pivot. We had to find ways that made sense for us to pivot and move forward. And that's when we had to get creative. Because we couldn't go to the bank. We didn't have the down payments anymore. So we had to get creative, and luckily we were able to connect with some seasoned investor that was able to do some creative deals with us.
I want to add to that as well. So being in this community, you can get the same thing. So you never know where somebody's at in their season. Everyone's season changes. I mean, you may put out there on our school, if you're not there, you should join. And you may say, hey, I'm looking for someone, or I'm sorry, let's say I have properties I want to get rid of. I'm older, I'm done, and I want to sell off my properties. But I know how the system works. I don't mind doing owner finance. So I may put out there, hey, I'm selling 20 properties, owner financing. Who wants them? So by just being in a community like that, you're able to maybe get those deals.
Also in your guys' presentation, you folks touched on like when communication shrinks. So how has that helped in your guys' real estate journey, but also in preparing for your presentation at the event, like communicating things?
I think communication, at one point it was very, very low. I'll say that our communication really just kind of stayed at the level of business, and we were not communicating our feelings, our emotions, things that were still important besides business. And so it became top priority for us to be able to say, hey, I am overwhelmed today, or today I need your help, or, or whatever it is that you're feeling at that moment. So communication became so important. Plus, we're a busy family. We have real estate, but we also have a construction company. We have 2 daughters that are very active in athletics. And, so our schedules get really busy. So even with preparing for coming here, we had to make sure that we stayed on task. We had to make sure that everything gets scheduled out to make sure that we're, taking care of household, but also preparing here for we can be able to impact others that may have similar situations.
So what has changed from 14 years ago when you folks first started this journey? Is it just everything is easy now? You've come across one rental at a time community, and you have all the answers laid out in front of you?
I would have to say, being in it for this many years, things are easier, and it's really truly on what path you're going. For us, we're able to pause. If we're not finding the deals that meet our buy box, we don't have to buy them, which is a blessing. You're not always in a rush to get more deals. More deals does not equal happiness. As long as you're able to, I am truly blessed because I get and soon my wife will be able to walk away from her 9 to 5. I've been out of it for 5 years, but I get to enjoy the things that matter most. I get to go to my daughter's events. I get to take them to school. Like one thing we do is when my wife she's hybrid. So there's a couple of days she works at home. So those days, no matter what my schedule is, we're going out to eat. We're going to get some breakfast. And then she has one day she's off. We're going to get breakfast and we're going to get dinner. So that's the level that I would want for anyone that is going through this journey.
So where you folks are at now, from 14 years ago, and we just wrapped up 2025. Like, what is in store for 2026 for you folks?
We don't have that crystal ball. So I think right now, like my husband Ryan said, is that we're on a pause moment right now. We are in a regroup phase, figuring out, if there's properties that we need to, maybe exchange, that, if there's things that we need to increase as far as rents. We're trying to just stabilize everything to make sure before we move forward to expand that we're taking care of what we have right now. And so we literally, we're constantly in prayer, we're constantly in communication, and all that is just, number one for us. And then wherever, God takes us on that path is where we're going in 2026.
I feel like I'm listening exactly to what I just told Lumberjack earlier as far as what 2026 has in store for me. Kind of the same vision of now we can be more kind of selective on what properties we're buying. Are we going to kind of stabilize things? Is it time to increase rent or even consolidate our portfolio? So it's funny how a lot of people in the one rental at a time community kind of have that same mindset a little bit though. But you also touched on school. I also heard Ryan mention. I mean, how is school? Is it any different than the one rental at a time community? You think, or how has it impacted you?
The school community is awesome because it's a safe place. It's a place that you can go and ask questions without being judged, no matter your experience level, and it's a place that you can go and get advice. I mean, you can take it how it is, but you can get advice from a lot of different people that's in different seasons of their life, and they can let you know what if they encountered it, how they handle it, and then what the results, and then so it gives you a better opportunity to make a more educated decision.
Yeah, and I think that goes to like I think earlier I heard a story you talking about how you first you reached out to Zuber. I believe it might have been an email, and he said to call him, right? And I think that just kind of represents the whole one rental at a time community, the school community. It's a lot like a family, right?
Absolutely, it's
Yeah.
definitely a family reunion.
Yeah, I love coming to these events. Catching up with you folks is always fun. But what message would you want to give Michael Zuber as far as how this community has impacted you folks?
I would say that we just want to tell Mike that we are definitely grateful. Um, Grateful for him, stepping out and doing something that he had no idea that he was creating. He's created a community of people from all over this country that have come together and are able to feel like family, feel like they can reach out to one another, feel like they can, call or, text, email, whatever the case is, and feel like they can get advice from one another. And it's a group that's like no other because we've been part of other groups where things feel like someone's very out of reach. And I don't feel like that with this community. This community is definitely like family, and so we just want to say thank you to Mike for creating this and continuing to expand it.
Yeah, ditto that. We love you, Mike. All the blessings in the world to you. Keep on changing the rental market one rental at a time.
I love that. Yeah. So, where can people find you if they want to connect with you? I know, Lakeisha, you still have some other projects you're working on that you want to talk about real quick?
Yeah. So if you want to reach out to us, we both have separate IG accounts. Mine is Keisha_Ruff. Ryan's is Rough Construction. On IG, and we also have a Rough Homes IG as well. I am I guess part of 2026 that I should have mentioned is that I am expanding a little bit to work with women, and particularly women that are over 40. And the reason I've done that is that I have come across a lot of women that have said that they want to invest in real estate, but they feel like they have passed that season. And so I want to be create, a community for women that will be able to expand beyond that and say that, you can do more than just what you've been doing for the last 20 plus years. So look out for, things with Freedom 40 that'll be coming up soon.
Well, I have a feeling you may get your own individual belt in the next few years as a solo presenter to help women get started. But yes, thank you for doing this. It was an honor.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad you guys are here again. It's like I said, it's a family reunion. And if those of you that haven't been to this event, I highly recommend coming to the One Rental at a Time event. We don't even call it a real estate event anymore. It is a family reunion. So see you folks next year.